Okay, Dreamer, please.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be checking out floor 66 to 70, but I'll only be showing you guys two footages of floor 66 and floor 70 itself, because there is some slight variation in the boss's skills in terms of the area you need to dodge and all the things that he does. But in general, the strategy is going to be the same for all 5 floors. So the team we'll be using here is a damage dealer. Okay, can be anyone you have, doesn't need to be Cosette Plus. Karin, Rachel for debuffing, and Scott for bleed resistance, because Aaron is going to cause some bleeding on your team, so you will need him for bleed resistance. For the pet wise, you can borrow a legend pet, I think, or you could use just, any pet as long as you heal when you need to. Okay, so the skill that Aaron will use will basically be a basic attack first, and then he will use Tornado Slash. When he uses Tornado Slash, make sure you do not go back to him when he spins, because he will do heavy damage to you, so you should be running around in the perimeter. Then he will do some random attacks and start casting this Zigzag Chaotic skill, okay, which you have to dodge all the way, because otherwise it can wipe your entire team. So you have to dodge, and while dodging, he will come back with a straight line damage attack. He will also use his Mad Rush attack as well to charge to you. So while he's doing the Mad Rush, there is some charging time, but amidst all the chaotic lines, you can only hide in one spot, okay, until everything is over. So after that, his attacks really start becoming not so regular, depending on what skill he has already after the cooldown is over. Okay, another thing you have to take note is you will see that I'm killing all these little elves that are flying towards him, because if you don't kill these elves, he will be doing this widespread AoE damage which you cannot avoid, and you will die for sure. Okay, so from time to time you need to check what elves have been summoned, and you have to get rid of them before they touch him, or go near him in fact. Whenever he uses Tornado Slash, remember, just run. And I think one tip that I can give you guys is that whenever he is using those charging skills, whether it is Tornado Slash or Mad Rush, this is a great time not only for you to do damage to him, okay, for Mad Rush, but when he uses Tornado Slash, it's a great time for you to check the surroundings, check how many elves there are already, and get rid of them ASAP, okay, before it gets too close to them. I would strongly suggest you do this periodically, so that you don't have to have a mad rush to kill the elves at the last minute. So it will be less stressful for you for sure. Okay, one thing is that I know some players I've seen online on other YouTube channels, they tend to direct his attacks to Scott, while the other 3 heroes will run to the elf and kill them. I have tried that. Okay, I have tried that myself, whereby I will click rally, click the next target, turn off rally so that my Scott remains with him, so that all the attacks are still on Scott. That's one way you can do it, but it's gonna take some practice, okay, and for me, I tried, I did not succeed very well, so I decided to just call my entire team to the elf to kill it. Okay, what happens when that is the case is that Aaron will actually direct his attack to the nearest ally of yours. So yeah, just be careful of that. In my case, I started off this particular match for floor 70 controlling Cosette instead, because I realized there's really no point in controlling Scott for me, simply because I am someone that wants to pull all my entire team faster, okay, out of the circle faster, because when I control Scott, he is on the inside of the circle, so sometimes there's more time wasted when I drag him out, okay. And another thing is that when Scott is the one that I'm controlling, more of my heroes will tend to stick very close to Scott, but if I'm controlling Cosette, I can actually stop her at a distance, and my other heroes will move forward to nearer to Aaron. So when Aaron does his own melee attacks, they will tend to not hit Cosette as well. So that's something that I kind of realized over time.
Cosette, target confirmed. Attack commencing.
Also be careful of the camera angle. When you get too close to the border, the camera just zooms in on your hero and you cannot see what's happening, so just take note of that. As you can see here, I tend to check all the elves when they're appearing, and I will kill them such that I don't want to have 3 of them on the field because that's extremely stressful. And I tend to do that, as I said, when he is charging his attacks. So that's how you can clear this stage. It's much easier than floor 61 to 65, the Bella one, so don't worry too much about it. As long as you clear the elves in time and you have decent gear to tank his attacks, I think you'll be fine. And by gear, this is the setup I'm using. For Scott, I have skill up, okay, Cosette on crit. More importantly, you want more damage for Cosette, so again, I want to stress that you should build her weapon and glove and then the helmet, okay, respectively. And then for Rachel, I have attack set on her, and then for Karin, I have skill cooldown so that I can heal better and faster, okay. So these are the things that you may want to try to optimize your team for. Next up are Masteries. Masteries, again, I'm more offense based, okay. Only thing that I put downwards is the resistance, the status resistance. So that will be something that you will want to try to get. So that will apply for level 65 and level 90. Okay, level 65 and 90. If you don't have Masteries all the way to 90, I think having it up to 80 is actually decent enough. And this is my Divinity. As I said, it's very lucky, okay. I also managed to get the combo chance level 10 just yesterday from recording this video, so yeah. These are my hero potentials, which I forgot to show in the video previously. Okay, for Rachel, mostly defense and HP. Scott has nothing. Karin, defense, HP. For my Cosette, she is kind of balanced all but maxed out in attack. So don't be like me section, okay, so try not to lure him to the pathways, because I realized in the pathways you can actually escape the chaotic mass, okay, which is pretty good and you can continue to do damage to him. But there's a problem with that, because the elf will just simply get to him and you will die immediately. So you know, even though it's good that you avoid most of the damage and you can still continue to do damage to him, you will die even faster. And in this case as well, I kind of lagged a bit and I didn't realize that the elf was coming from the bottom. So always try to ensure your camera angle is tilted such that you can see the pathways. And this is something that I mentioned earlier, which is try having a hero near Aaron. If you are skilled enough, you can keep Scott near him, like what I'm doing here, such that your other 3 heroes are off to fight the elves, and then you just have to take note of, you know, the rally such that they won't come back to him when he's doing some crazy attack, so that, you know, you will live. But in this case, he still goes for my Cosette because for some reason, yeah, that just happened. And okay, another thing is when your damage dealer's ultimate is almost ready, try to use it and save it for Aaron so you don't change target suddenly and then the DPS ends up wasting the ultimate on the elf, okay? So try to just ensure that your ultimate is casted on Aaron instead. So sometimes I will turn off my ultimate when I'm about to hit the elf so that I won't waste any attacks, okay? So with that, I hope this video helped, and if it did, do give a like and subscribe to my channel. Big shout out to my channel members Christopher, Tom, Yamaki, Reggie and Fahas for their support. Stay tuned for more videos. Thank you so much and see you!